Hello everyone! Welcome back to Chill English Channel. We're happy to spend this time with you today.
It's great to see you here again, and we're ready to help you learn in a calm and easy way.
Before we start, remember to subscribe so you never miss our relaxed English lessons.
Today, we're talking about a topic that appears in almost every conversation you have with new people.
We're talking about your work, your daily tasks, and the simple sentences you can use to explain what you do.
Many learners tell us they get nervous when someone asks about their job and they try to translate from their language.
That usually makes the sentence long or confusing, so we want to show you simple, short ways to answer clearly.
When someone asks, "What do you do?" they only want a quick description, not your whole history.
You don't need to tell every detail. You just need a clean and easy line like, "I work in a shop," or "I'm a driver."
These short answers help the conversation move smoothly and make you feel more confident when talking.
Let's look at some common job words that many English learners use every day.
Words like teacher, driver, builder, cook, guard, cleaner, server, engineer, or designer are simple and clear.
If your job is more complex, you can still make it easy. For example, I work with computers, or I fix machines.
If your job title doesn't translate well, don't worry. Keep the idea simple and focus on what you actually do.
For example, if your job has a long name, try something like, I help customers, or I prepare documents.
When you use simple descriptions, the other person understands quickly, and the conversation becomes relaxed.
Another useful line is, I work in a restaurant, or I work at a bank, which tells both place and job.
You can also say, I work from home, which is very common today, and it's always easy for listeners to understand.
If you want to add more detail, keep it friendly and short so your partner doesn't feel lost.
For example, I fix phones for customers, or I help students learn math, are simple but clear.
Many learners feel shy because they think their job is too simple or not interesting, but every job is important.
Yes, and people ask about work because they want to know more about your life, not judge your job.
So don't be afraid to talk about it. Use calm sentences, breathe, and let the words come naturally.
If you want to make your answer sound friendly, add small details like, I enjoy it, or it keeps me busy.
You can also say, I work many hours, or I start early, to help people understand your routine.
When talking about work, it's helpful to know simple verbs like help, clean, drive, fix, teach, cook, build, and sell.
These verbs make your sentences more alive and help you sound more natural during conversations.
Listen to how these examples feel. I help people find products, or I drive long distances every day.
Or, I cook meals for guests. Or, I teach young children. These lines show clear action.
When someone asks, where do you work? A simple answer is enough. I work in a shop, or I work at a school.
If you want to be polite, add a small opener like, well, or actually, to sound friendly and relaxed.
For example, well, I work in a small office, or actually, I'm a driver for a local company.
These lines help the conversation sound warm, not robotic, and they show confidence even if your level is A1 or A2.
When you talk about work, don't worry if your grammar isn't perfect. Clear ideas matter more.
People understand easily when your sentences are short, slow, and simple, so keep them light and easy.
If you feel nervous, practice your main sentence at home. Say it slowly a few times until it feels natural.
After a few days, you'll feel comfortable answering questions about your job without stress.
Talking about work is one of the best ways to practice simple English because the topic is familiar to everyone.
And you'll see that when you answer confidently, people respond with interest, which helps the conversation grow.
We'll explore more examples, tips, and practice in the next part so you can talk about your work naturally.
For now, just feel proud that you're learning and improving step by step.
All right, let's keep exploring this topic so you can talk about your work with more comfort and confidence.
Many learners tell us they understand simple job words, but they freeze when someone asks follow-up questions.
That is very normal, and we're here to help you prepare for those extra questions people often ask in real life.
One common question is, what are your daily tasks? This question seems big, but your answer can stay simple.
You can say, I help customers, or I check documents, or I prepare food. These short ideas work very well.
Another small question you might hear is, do you like your job? A friendly answer can be short and honest.
You can say, yes, I like it, or it's okay, or it can be busy, but it's fine. Keep it natural and light.
Many learners think they must give long reasons, but short answers sound clear and natural in daily conversation.
If you want to give a little detail, try simple lines like, I like helping people, or I enjoy working with tools.
These sentences help the listener understand you better without making the conversation heavy or complex.
Now, let's practice another useful idea, explaining how long you've been doing your job.
You can say, I've worked here for 2 years, or I started last month, or I'm new at this job.
These small lines give nice details and make conversations feel friendly and natural even at A1 or A2 levels.
If you don't remember the exact time, you can still answer with simple words like a while or a long time.
For example, I've been here for a while, which works well when you're not sure about dates.
Another important skill is describing the place where you work. You can keep this very simple too.
You can say, I work in a busy market, or I work in a small office, or I work outside most days.
These descriptions help your listener imagine your work life without needing difficult vocabulary.
If you want to talk about your schedule, you can say, I start early, or I finish late, or my hours change.
People often ask this because they want to know how your routine feels, not complex details about your contract.
Sometimes someone might ask, what do you like most about your job? This can be easy too.
You can answer with simple ideas like, I enjoy the people, or I like learning new things, or I like the calm environment.
And if someone asks about the hardest part of your job, you can say, it can be stressful, or it gets busy.
You don't need to give a long story. Keeping your answer short still sounds natural and friendly.
Let's practice some model dialogues so you can hear how these answers work in real conversations.
Here's an example. Someone asks you, what do you do? You answer, I work in a shop and help customers.
Then they might say, "Do you like it?" And you can answer, "Yes, it's good. I enjoy meeting people."
Simple, clear, natural. That's all you need for a comfortable conversation without pressure.
Let's try another one. Someone asks, "How long have you worked there?"
You answer, I've worked there for 1 year, or I started recently. Both are great, simple answers.
Now imagine someone asks, "What's a normal day like for you?"
You can say, I start early, help customers, and rest in the afternoon, which is easy and clear.
Notice how every answer uses calm, short sentences. This style helps your English feel smooth and confident.
You don't need many advanced words to explain your job. A few simple verbs and nouns can do a lot.
Speaking of verbs, let's practice more. Verbs like check, carry, guide, support, plan, deliver, and arrange are helpful.
You can build lines like, I check orders, or I arrange items, which help listeners understand quickly.
Let's add a small exercise now. Listen to a short job line and try to imagine a simple answer you could give.
For example, the question is, where do you work? What answer comes to your mind first?
Maybe you think, "I work in a warehouse," or "I work at a hospital," or "I work in a cafe."
All of these are perfect because they're simple and easy for any listener to understand.
Now let's try another one. The question is, what do you do at your job?
You can say, I help customers find products, or I prepare packages, or I teach young children.
These answers show your action, your routine, and your job style without needing advanced English.
Another exercise, imagine someone asks you, do you work full-time or part-time?
You can answer, "I work full-time," or "I work part-time," or "My hours change each week." These small lines help you feel ready for simple, everyday English conversations about work. Now, let's practice a longer flow, like a small, friendly chat with someone you just met.
They say, what do you do? You say, I'm a cleaner at a hotel.
They say, "Is it busy?" You say, "Yes, it gets busy, but I like the atmosphere."
They say, how long have you worked there?
You say, "I've been there for 2 years."
This simple flow shows that you can manage several questions in a row without stress.
And every answer stays short, friendly, and clear, which helps you feel confident in real life. In the next part, we'll give final tips, a simple question of the day, and a summary of techniques to help you grow.
So, relax, take a breath, and get ready for more helpful learning in the next section. We're back and ready to wrap everything up with some final ideas to help you talk about your work with calm and confidence.
You've already learned how to describe your job, your tasks, your routine, and your simple daily actions without stress.
Now we want to help you bring everything together so your answers feel smooth, natural, and easy in real conversations.
One of the best things you can do is create a short work introduction that you can use anytime someone asks about your job.
This introduction doesn't need to be long. It only needs 2 or 3 clear sentences that explain your job and tasks.
For example, something like, I work in a hotel. I help guests with their rooms. I enjoy meeting new people every day.
This small group of sentences gives a simple picture of your job, and it helps the conversation feel warm and open.
Try to practice your introduction slowly so the rhythm feels natural to you, and adjust the words to fit your job.
You can also add personality to your introduction by using small emotional words like enjoy, like, or don't mind.
These little emotional details help your English sound alive even when the sentences stay simple and friendly.
Another good idea is preparing two versions of your answer, one short version and one medium version for longer talks.
The short version could be something like, I work in a restaurant. I cook meals. Very clear and simple.
And your medium version might be, I work in a busy restaurant. I cook meals for customers and help the kitchen team.
When you have both versions ready, you feel relaxed because you can choose which one fits the situation.
You can also practice transitions to connect ideas naturally. A transition is a small phrase that links your sentences.
For example, also, sometimes, usually, or in my job, which make your sentences flow without feeling broken.
Try something like, I work in a bank. Also, I help customers open accounts. Sometimes I guide them with documents.
See how that flows easily? It's simple, but feels natural because the transition words connect everything smoothly.
Another helpful technique is using time words when you talk about your routine. Words like every day, in the morning, or in the evening.
These words help you explain your schedule simply, and they make your sentences feel interesting and realistic.
For example, in the morning, I check orders. Every afternoon, I help customers. In the evening, I write reports.
With these simple time words, you can create longer, smoother sentences without making them complicated.
Now let's talk about how to answer questions politely about your job, because politeness goes a long way.
If someone asks, is your job hard? You can say, it can be busy, but I manage, or sometimes, but it's okay.
If they ask, do you enjoy it? You can say, yes, I enjoy the people. Or, I like the routine. Or, I like learning new things.
And if someone asks something you don't want to answer, you can use a soft line like, it depends, and move the topic.
That is a great strategy when you want to stay polite but keep the conversation simple and comfortable.
Another powerful technique is describing the atmosphere at your workplace using simple feeling words.
Words like busy, quiet, friendly, active, challenging, or relaxed help others imagine your work environment.
For example, my workplace is friendly, or it's busy but positive, which are easy lines for A1 to B1 learners.
You can also talk about teamwork using simple verbs like help, guide, teach, cook, fix, and support.
For example, I work with a small team, or we help each other, or I support my coworkers during busy hours.
When you use these small teamwork lines, people get a clear picture of how your job feels day to day.
Another great idea is preparing one extra sentence that shows something interesting or unique about your job.
For example, I meet people from many countries, or I drive to different places, or I learn new tools often.
This small extra detail helps conversations continue naturally without pressure or silence.
Now let's talk about how you can practice all of this at home so it becomes part of your natural speaking style.
One easy method is to record yourself saying your job introduction slowly, then listen and repeat until it feels smooth.
Another method is writing a tiny script about your job with 3 short lines: what you do, where you work, and one detail.
For example, I work in a school. I help students with homework. I enjoy the calm mornings. Simple and effective.
You can practice this script every day, even for just 1 minute, and soon it will feel natural and easy to say.
Also, try practicing with a friend or speaking partner. They can ask simple questions about your job so you respond naturally.
You can even practice in front of a mirror. It may feel funny, but it helps you build confidence.
Before we finish, let's do a quick summary of everything we learned in our episode today.
First, keep your job descriptions short and simple, so your sentences stay clear and easy for listeners.
Second, prepare one short version and one medium version of your job introduction for different situations.
Third, practice using simple verbs like help, guide, teach, cook, fix, and support to describe your tasks.
Fourth, use time words, transition words, and small emotional words to make your sentences sound natural.
And finally, stay calm, smile, and remember that short, clear answers are often the best ones in everyday English.
Now it's time for our question of the day, which helps you practice and connect with us.
The question is, how would you describe your job in 2 simple sentences?
Write your answer in the comments because reading your examples helps other learners too.
And don't forget to comment and subscribe so you can join us for more relaxed learning every week.
Keep practicing, stay confident, and feel proud of every small step you take.
You're doing great, and we're happy to learn with you.